what poisons our mindset? It's toxic careerism. And the way that this translates into our daily life and into our careers is through perfectionism. So we are expected to be, there are these expectations that we put on ourselves that we need to be well-oiled, mistake-free robots, buttoned up, polished, no emotions, can't talk about anything being wrong because you don't want to like stir things, that you should just be like grateful for what's presented to you, and that, you know, like, again, your commitment to the cause is more important than your own self-care. Performing to conform. So what this looks like is we have this feeling like we need to be more like our peers. We need to, that we can't stand out, that we can't take up too much space, right? And we're constantly like needing to change who we are to fit in, which we know is different than belonging and having a sense of belonging, right? So projected progress is another way that toxic careerism plays out in our lives. So we are constantly comparing ourselves to everyone around us. And so there are these expectations that we have to gain a certain job title, a certain status, a certain like salary, a certain leadership level at a certain point in our, you know, careers or age, or and that timeline might not necessarily be right for us, but we have these like very strict kind of expectations that we're like, if I don't meet these, like, then I'm not at the level that I'm supposed to, right? That feeling of like, we should have it all figured out by now. That's another way that this like projected progress plays out. Isolation. So I feel like this comes out so often for, I mean, all of these come out for my coaching clients, but this one is like the pressure that we should be able to figure it, whatever it is, everything out on our own. And that we will do like everything by ourselves without help, because we should be able to, right? But that's not necessarily the best way to get things done, right? So isolation, permanence. So I love talking about this one because I have, it's just like such a common theme that people will pick something, right? Whether it's like something they studied in school or something they got a degree in, or like their first job out of like early in their careers. And there's this fear that like we are going to pick it and then we're going to get stuck. And a lot of people like won't try something new for the fear that they might get stuck in it. We're also afraid of the judgment of others, that we might be a job hopper if we are constantly trying new things, and the pressure to always stick it out, right? Even if even if it doesn't feel right, like whatever it is that you're sticking out, even though like the outcome isn't going to like really be, it's not really something you care about, or it's not something that like the finish line is just arbitrary. So we have this pressure of permanence that we feel from toxic careerism. And then productivity, right? So this like grind culture, hustle culture, normalization of like being busy all the time, right? So humans are not made to like be productivity machines. So I'm curious to hear more, and put it in the chat. how toxic careerism has impacted you and your life and your career decisions.